What is good, YouTube? I got that breakdown on Anthony Davis coming up. If it don't come up today, I have to make a video today. So I'm gonna make a video about the Los Angeles Clippers. They just lost Blake Griffin to an injury. He got to have surgery. He had the surgery. Now he out 3 to 4 weeks. They got a hard game against Dallas. They in the sixth seed because San Antonio lost. If San Antonio beats Indiana today, which they winning, they'd be tied for the sixth seed. So if the Clippers lose today to Dallas and San Antonio do beat Indiana, San Antonio will now become the sixth seed, and the Clippers will drop down to the seventh seed. They still got a couple games on Phoenix. They got like 3 games on Phoenix, and they got 6 games on the Pelicans and OKC. So they got some games they can lose. And Pelicans and OKC, they're gonna have to get on a winning streak. Same with Phoenix. If they want, and Phoenix just lost to the Sacramento Kings by a game winner, so they gonna have to go on win streaks to pass up the Clippers, and the Clippers gonna have to keep losing. Now with this Clipper team, it's kind of hard for them because Blake Griffin is a 20-point scorer, and he's a playmaker, and he's a player that can just dominate a game. But they gonna lose a whole lot losing Blake Griffin. They was able to make it last year without Chris Paul because Blake Griffin took over. These last couple of games, Chris Paul hasn't really dominated these games. Chris Paul gonna have to put up like his New Orleans numbers, like 23, 24, 25 points a game with at least 10 assists. He gonna have to get like he had a lot of games like that when he got 24, 12 assists. He gonna have to get like 20 and 10 every game and like 2, 3 steals. And he's gonna have to him and DeAndre Jordan gonna have to anchor that defense. Cause we all know Spencer Hawes ain't got no damn defense. And we all know none of these players really got defense between Matt Barnes, Chris Paul, and JJ Redick injured. Now I think about it, he injured too. So they basically still scored 100 points in every game they played, even without Blake Griffin. One game they didn't score 100 points. This team still can score. Chris Paul still can take over games. DeAndre Jordan gonna have to get at least 17. Just get some putbacks, get some dunks, get some alley oops, get some fouls, do something because this team gonna have to do something to keep these teams from scoring on them. Because you don't got JJ Redick, you don't got Blake Griffin, you still gonna have to find a way to score. Then you still gotta play defense so you can stop them from scoring. Because the Clippers, they 24th in points allowed. They pretty much ain't got no defense whatsoever. They beat you by outscoring you. And since they lost a 20-point score and a 15-point score, they gonna have to make up them points some type of way. Because they third in offense with 106 points a game. That's ridiculous for this team. But they defense was good last year. They ain't got no defense this year, and that's why they really been struggling to stay at the top 5 seed. They was number 4 for a little bit, and they dropped out because of this losing streak. But Blake Griffin looking like he's gonna miss at least 12 games. If you can at least win six or six, your record gonna pretty much be even. That means OKC gonna have to lose a couple games. New Orleans, they can't go on no in Phoenix, they can't go on no win streaks. If you want to stay as the 7th seed, they lose today against Dallas. If they can win 6 of their games, they can lose 6 of their games. And if Pelicans and New Orleans don't go on no win streaks, they can pretty much stay in the playoff race. Because New Orleans and OKC and Phoenix, they're gonna have to win a lot of games in a row just to pass up the Clippers while they losing. Well, if the Clippers can keep their record around, they lose 6, win 6. That's 50%. Their record should still be the same as it is now. They should still have the same winning percentage. So they still should be able to make the playoffs. But it's gonna be a tough round in the first round because they played Memphis in the first round. I wouldn't like them odds of them beating them. They beat them before, but Memphis beat them. But Memphis got Jeff Green now. Mike Conley is a way better player than he was back then. Mark Gasol playing way better than he ever played, and Jeff Green is more out. He gives them that versatility because he can score, he can dunk, he can draw fouls, and he can score in a post. And then, like I said, one thing the Clippers struggle with is guarding wing players, and Jeff Green is a small forward, and that's a position they struggle to stop. So Jeff Green could go for a lot of 15, 20-point games in that playoff series. So I wouldn't like if the Clippers played the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. I don't think that's a good series for them. Or the Golden State Warriors. They fall to eighth. I don't think that's a good series that they'll want to play in the first round. They want to at least get that 6th seed so they can play elite. I think they can beat Portland in the 7-game series. I think they can beat Houston in the 7-game series. I don't think they can beat Dallas. But they can beat Portland. They can beat Houston in the first round. But they can't beat Dallas, Golden State, Memphis, or the Spurs in 7 games. So if they can stay around the 7th or 6th seed, if they can get back to the 6th seed, which is going to be hard because San Antonio, if they win today, they can just go 502 and they'll pass the Clippers for the whole season. So you know the Spurs got a couple win streaks left in them. So if they can get to 6th seed, they can put out Portland, Houston, and Dallas. The Spurs can. So I don't think the Spurs really tripping because they haven't been healthy all season. That's why their record is bad. But the Clippers, this is a devastating injury because they can really fall out the playoffs. But like I said, they can lose 6, win 6, beat the teams they're supposed to beat. They can still hold on to a playoff spot if OKC and the Pelicans don't go on a win streak, and the Phoenix Suns. So let me know what you guys think. Will the Clippers fall out the playoff spot? Do you think they can win half their games? Do you think they just gonna be out of the playoffs because of this injury, or do you think they find they gonna still make it anyway and they can get out of the first round regardless if they the 7th or 8th seed? I think they can't, but I think they still will make the playoffs. I don't see this team falling out with Chris Paul and like Blake Griffin gonna come back and they still gotta have 20 games left. They can still go on a little 7-game win streak and get back in the playoff spot. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share NBA talk, NBA hot topic, Los Angeles Clippers.